mark in ODAC play. Let's meet the Lynchburg Volleyball class of 2022. Number 5, Andy Thomas, escorted by her parents, Nancy England, and brother Andrew. A defensive specialist from Glen Allen, Virginia, Andy has amassed 650 digs and 95 aces in her career. Off the court, Andy is involved with the university's active aging program. A Dean's List scholar and member of multiple honor societies, Andy will graduate this spring with a degree in exercise physiology and plans to attend James Madison University's Masters in Athletic Training program starting next summer. Ladies and gentlemen, number 5, Andy Times. Number 6, Flynn Christian, escorted by her parents, Lou and Bruce. A defensive specialist from Columbia, South Carolina, Flynn was the second-team All-ODAC selection as a junior and had 690 digs and 48 aces in her career. A Westover Honors College fellow and member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, Flynn is involved with the university's active aging program as well. A Dean's List scholar and member of multiple honor societies, Flynn will graduate with a degree in exercise physiology. She plans to pursue a master's in athletic training and later a doctorate in physical therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, number 6, Flynn Christian. Number 10, Jesse Walton, escorted by her parents, Jennifer and Russell. An outside hitter from Camden, Virginia, Josie has 162 kills and 29 blocks in her career. A Dean's List scholar, Josie will graduate in just 3 years with a degree in criminology and a minor in criminal forensics and human services. She plans to attend graduate school and pursue a career in social work. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Josie Walton. Number 14, Emma Drake, escorted by her parents, Linda and Neil. A right-side hitter from Lynchburg, Virginia, Emma was the second-team All-Conference selection as a junior and has 695 kills, 167 digs, and 103 blocks to her name. She was named ODAC Player of the Week on April 13th of this year. Off the court, she is involved in the National Society of Leadership and Success, served as a One Love Foundation ambassador, and volunteered with Freedom 424. Emma will graduate with a degree in health promotion and plans to pursue a master's in health administration. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Emma Drake. And last but not least, number 20, Corey May, escorted by her parents, Selena and Hollins. An outside hitter from David, North Carolina, Corey has 235 kills, 218 assists, and 40 blocks in her 3 seasons with the program. She will graduate with a degree in psychology and a coaching minor, and she plans to coach club volleyball and pursue a master's in sports psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, number 20, Corey May. Let's have another round of applause for the Lynchburg Volleyball class of 2022. Please remember, a positive sporting environment starts with you. Also a reminder, the University of Lynchburg's COVID-19 safety precautions must be followed at all times while on our campus. This time we're asking all spectators at indoor sporting events to please wear a face covering properly. Thank you for doing your part to keep our community safe from the spread of COVID-19. Now let's meet tonight's competitors. First for the green and gold of Hollins University. Number 3, Whitney Hostler. Number 5, Leslie Walker. Number 10, Deanna Key. Number 12, Hannah Arthur. Number 13, Hannah Crump. And number 14, Kunda Nayara. And the starting lineup for Hollins. Sophomore libero number 2, Zoe Miranda. Junior setter number 4, Aiden Watts. Sophomore outside number 6, Selena Wolfe. Junior setter number 7, Zoe Brooks. Senior outside number 8, Emily Clark. Senior right side number 9, Tyler Sesser. And senior outside number 11, Kenna Escobar. Hollins is led by head coach Dave McGee. And now let's meet your Lynchburg Hornets. Number 3, Jordan Bardmeyer. Number 4, Abby Weaver. Number 10, Jesse Walton. Number 11, Michaela Cox. Number 16, Sophia Rucker. Number 18, Alexis Horner. And the starting lineup for your Hornets. Senior defensive specialist from Glen Allen, Virginia, number 5, Amy Tynes. Senior libero from Columbia, South Carolina, number 6, Quinn Christian. Freshman setter from Fredericksburg, Virginia, number 9, Maya Green. Freshman middle from North Chesterfield, Virginia, number 12, Nicole Rice. Senior right side from Newsoms, Virginia, number 14, Emma Drake. Sophomore middle from Nashville, Tennessee, number 15, Princess Salatu. And senior outside from Apex, North Carolina, number 20, Corey May. Your Lynchburg Hornets are led by head coach Hannah Gibbons, and assisted by Ryan Turner, Tressa Ortiz, student assistant Hallie Clevenger, and athletic trainer Dave Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we will honor the United States of America.
Be ready for anything, okay?
Come on, let's go together! Together, let's go! Come on! Let's go, keep going!
Sorry, that's the best of it. Sweet.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Good one.
All right, guys, you see the meat grinder down here?
Stay in the boat, let's go!
You on camera?
Oh, what'd you think of that? Woo!
Live from Wayne Profit Court in Turner Gymnasium, we are live with women's volleyball on LHSN. TJ Wingard here with you. We thank you all for tuning in this Wednesday evening. University of Lynchburg Hornets playing host to Hollins University. The Hornets looking to end the regular season on a positive note and end the year with a win on senior night, celebrating the class of 2022. Meanwhile, Hollins still in search for their first conference win of the year. The green and gold coming 4-17 on the season, 0-10 in conference play. Lynchburg 10-11, and then 6-4 against ODAC opponents. Gonna be a fun one. Final game of the regular season for both sides, and some playoff implications on the line for Lynchburg. Right on the fringe of that number 5 and number 6 seed as it stands right now. Play now underway. Opening serve comes from Zoe Brooks, and opening point comes courtesy of the senior Emma Drake. Very fitting for the night. Second team all ODAC last year. Drake's going to check out now and give way to Jordan Bartemeyer. So senior out, freshman in. Bartemeyer coming from Charleston, South Carolina, has 22 aces on the year. And she will have the first serve of the evening for Lynchburg. Second match in as many nights for the Hornets, falling yesterday to CNU in straight sets. Hollins going to stay to it, getting it over. Tyler Sesker. The hit for Lynchburg just stays in. Or I beg your pardon, they're going to say they went out. Didn't have a great vantage point, but it was on the far side, but Hollins ties it up 1-1. Aiden Watts takes that serve. Princess Salafu on the slide. Misses with a hit long. Hollins ahead 2-1 now. Back the line is Watts, a junior from Fort Gray, West Virginia. 7 aces on the year. Serves right to Flynn Christian, the 5 spot. Green sets up Corey May, tools the block, and Lynchburg ties it up 2-2. Before last night's loss at the hands of CNU, Lynchburg had been playing some really good volleyball. Had a 3-match win streak coming into last night's contest against the Captains. The win tonight can improve to 5-5 here in Turner Gymnasium. Zobrooks sets, taking the hit on the near side and hitting into the net is kind of Esquibel. And it looks like Hollins called for the 4th touch on the possession. So a point given to the Hornets. Lynchburg ahead 3-2. Corey made a serve. Low line drive right at the 6. Back set. And a nice kill coming courtesy of Tyler Sesker, senior from Maryland. 149th kill on the season. Now to serve is Emily Clark, senior from Montpelier, Virginia. Tied up 3-3. Lots of spin on the serve from Clark. Tips off the tape and misses along the near sideline. Lynchburg back in front, and will send another one of the seniors honored tonight, Flynn Christian, to the service line, hailing from Columbia, South Carolina. First in the ODAC in digs last season. Abby Leeper to take the hit. Aiden Watts couldn't handle. Missile set in her direction, and off the forearms it goes. Lynchburg ahead by 2 now. So a chance for Lynchburg to finish the season. Winners are 4 of their last 5. They come away with a win tonight. While Hollins, like I said, still in search for that first conference win. And they're actually still in search for their first win ever against Lynchburg. All time, the Hornets 11-0 against the green and gold. And Lynchburg now ahead 6-3. Christian again to serve. 15 aces entering tonight's play. Set back to the 5. Watts there for the dig. Sesker takes another hit. Right at the top of the tape. Might have been blocked as well by Nicole Bryce, standout freshman this year for Lynchburg. Enter tonight's play first inside the entire conference in blocks per set. Short serve from Christian. Set up by Brooks. Hollins trying to keep it alive, and a little bit of miscommunication between Sesker and Selena Wolfe. So neither takes the 3rd hit, and another point goes to Lynchburg. Hornets on a 4-0 run, make it a 5-0 run as it's now 8-3. Leeper. The roll shot just over the block for Hollins, and down to make it a 6-0 Hornets run. Leeper leads the team with 193 kills so far this season, first team all-conference last year, and putting together an impressive resume to get right back into that same conversation this year. Nice kill from Sesker, dug up by Christian. Green set up Leeper, blocked at the net. Whistle blown right as play was continuing, and they're going to call Hollins for the double. Or I beg your pardon, they're calling Lynchburg for the double. So that snaps. A 6-0 Lynchburg run. Makes it 9-4 in the opening set of play. Hannah Crum tied for third in the ODAC in aces per set. But her run at the service line won't last long as Leeper gets another kill, this time on the near side. Lynchburg without Jesse Walton, who got hurt yesterday against CNU. So down one of those outside hitters. You'll see Leeper move around. Venture to see a lot more Corey May as well as Emma Drake. It was dug up by Watts. Sent over on the third by Tiana Key. Lynchburg builds the offense. Drake on the near side. Hard hit. Good play from Watts, but on the reception, send it right towards the net. Couldn't be dug up by Hollins. That's now 11-4 Lynchburg. Green to serve. Sent right to Watts. On the third, played over by Watts as well. Green for a Leeper, denied. Good block coming from Kenna Escobar. But the point still goes to the Hornets. Looking more at the all-time matchup between these two teams, Lynchburg's only dropped 2 sets all-time to Hollins. Last time came in 2018, and then the first time was in 2011. On the reception, the libero, Zoe Miranda, sent it over on the first touch. Good volley between the two teams, and now the whistle blown. It'll be a double called on Hollins. Point given to Lynchburg. Hornets ahead 13-4 in the opening set. Green again at the line. Setter. A native to Fredericksburg, Virginia. Almost dug up after some great effort from Kenna Escobar, but looks like she went across the line underneath the net. Now 14-4 Lynchburg. Green to serve again. Lefty sends it right to Miranda. Can't handle, and it's an ace for Green. Entered today's play with 27, now up to 28. Green leaves it short. Over on the first touch from Selena Wolfe. Green sets up Drake. Hollins can't handle it. The soft roll shot up and over the net. Moves Lynchburg ahead 16-4 now. Sent towards the one. Another double called on Hannah Crum, senior from Florida. Had 182 assists entering today's play, and we'll have an early timeout called by head coach Dave McGee. And this will give us an opportunity to highlight our players to watch, starting with Hannah Crum. As mentioned, a senior from Florida, tied for third inside the ODAC in assists per set, or aces per set. 30 aces so far this season, a really impressive mark. And then on the other side, it's Emma Drake, one of the seniors honored tonight. Second most kills on this Lynchburg team at 163. Entered tonight's play, 21 matches and 79 sets worth of playing time under Drake's belt. Second team all-conference last year, and she's ever dangerous, especially if you give her the near side. Whenever she's swinging, you give her that near sideline. A lot of ways you might as well just forfeit the point and give it to Lynchburg. She's that deadly. After the timeout from Coach McGee, we'll have a substitution as Nicole Bryce will give way to Sophia Rucker. One freshman out, another comes in. Rucker, a Lynchburg native. Green still at the service line. Crum sets, taking the hit is Key. Sent right back to Christian. Now Green back set. Drake had a long way to try to cover that necessary ground, and that will bring an end to the run for Lynchburg. It's an 8-0 run, all with Maya Green at the service line. That is really impressive. Back the other way, Escobar, the senior from California, sends the serve directly into the net. Gives it right back to the Hornets, 18-5 in the first set. Senior Annie Tynes served for the first time tonight. Sent right to Watts. Played up by Crum. The hit comes from Escobar. A little bit of miscommunication on the near side for Lynchburg between Christian and Drake. Point goes to Hollins. Serve comes from Wolfe. Sent right to Christian. Green for Rucker. Hollins well defended. Watts plays it over on the second. Taking the hit for Lynchburg, Corey May. Dug up by Escobar. Long rally continues. Drake sends down a missile. Played back over by Hollins. Drake tries again and instead finds the net. Fortunate turn towards the end of the rally. Once you see Drake wind up, it feels like a guaranteed point for Lynchburg, but instead it goes to Hollins, 18-7 first set. Green out wide. May found the perfect space right between Crum and Escobar. And actually, when watching Lynchburg practice last week, that's the exact seam they were trying to emulate. Practice sending serves toward. Serve here from Rucker. Sails over everyone and misses long. It's now 19-8. Lynchburg still out in front. But the Hornets were practicing, trying to find that seam right in between where players line up, because you get into this miscommunication gap, for lack of a better term. And you get to those tough little squabbles where you just saw Crum and Escobar. This time May goes on that far sideline and gets another point for Lynchburg. 20-8, Hornets out in front. Now the race to 25 begins. Drake out. Checking in is Michaela Cox, sophomore from Virginia. 12th set played this season. Nice low line drive serve. Sent over after the first touch. May there to end the play. Cleanup duty for the senior from Apex, North Carolina. Cox serves to the 6. Set from Brooks. It looks like they're going to call it for the double. For the third or fourth time we've seen a double called in this opening set. Once on Lynchburg, every other occasion goes against Hollins. Cox to the 1 off the chest of Watts. The hit comes from Sesker. May able to get it over for Lynchburg on the second. Really coy move coming from Brooks. But Lynchburg able to reset, recover, and move ahead by 15. That's now 23-8 in the opening set. And that's what good communication looks like on a volleyball court. That was a really nice, well-hidden decision made by Zoe Brooks, but Lynchburg was able to find a player in the right spot, get the point on their side, and there you see some miscommunication on the other end for Hollins. And that's why you hear every volleyball coach talk about how important communication is. In a span of 2 separate sequences, you see what happens when you have good communication. You can overcome a really tough obstacle in front of you, and then on the other end, you forfeit a point essentially to the other side. Set point. It's a service ace for Michaela Cox, who ended that first set with authority. We'll step aside, come back with the second set of action between Lynchburg and Hollins. All that more coming to you on LHSN.
my name is Joshua Carr. I am a senior. I am a theater major as well as a history minor. I live in 5th Street, the historic black neighborhood. The money came in, transfer, scholarship, all that. I appreciate that greatly. I'm smart too. So they gave it like, you smart, here, here, here. You know what I'm saying? You come here to do a job. I came here to do a job. A student's job is to get that degree and make something of ourselves. I love the diversity here. I love the different interests of people here. I can teach somebody that doesn't know what I know, and that person can teach me something that I don't know that they know. That's what I love about my school. They respect that and they allow us to showcase and voice our expressions. That's what you get here. You get diversity, you get different people with different knowledge coming together, sharing information and helping each other out. That's what I love. That's why I say people. I love the people here.
Get small classes, nationally recognized mentoring and advising, and a community that has your back every step of the way at the University of Lynchburg.
Welcome back to Wayne Profit Court on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. Opening set of play goes the way of the Hornets, 25-8. Very dominant start to the evening for Lynchburg. Looking to make it 12-0 all time against Hollins. And are also looking to hold on to that number 5 seed currently in the ODAC standings. It's either the 5 seed or the 6. If Lynchburg holds on to that number 5 position, they would play Eastern Mennonite in the opening round of the postseason play for the ODAC. If they fall to the 6th spot, they will take on Virginia Wesleyan. Lynchburg fell to both those teams in 4 sets earlier this season. Meanwhile, for Hollins, still looking for their first set victory in conference play this season. And looking for their 3rd all-time against Lynchburg. The last time they did so was in 2018. Nicole Bryce has the opening serve of the 2nd set. Princess Salafu with a block at the net. Up from Tyne, set by Green. Salafu down with authority. Princess Salafu and Nicole Bryce form for a very formidable combination of middle blockers. Salafu, sophomore from Nashville, Tennessee, watches Bryce pick up the ace. Hornets move ahead 2-0. And Salafu and Bryce both underclassmen, really exciting for the future of this Lynchburg program. Bryce, a freshman, Salafu, the senior. Good hit from Hollins on the near side. The second hit for Lynchburg, a touch too strong and goes out of play. So after ending the first set in a 6-0 run, the Hornets start out 2-0, now give way to Hollins, but the serve from Aiden Watts, missing wide on the far sideline. The serve is given right back to Lynchburg. Emma Drake's going to check out, and we're going to get to see more of Michaela Cox. Really impressed with her work at the service line. She was the engineer, for lack of a better term, of that 6-0 run at the very end of the first set. And you could tell she was in a rhythm. Serves going right where she wanted. Low line drives, just getting over the tape. Let's see if Cox can do more of the same. First serve looks very good, goes to the 6. It's dug up by Tynes. Good adjustment from Green. Salafu a little underneath the hit and sails it long. No point for the efforts, but Green had to readjust on her set as the ball went up and ricocheted off the ceiling, so he had to take another step back, leans back, then gives way to Salafu. Serve now coming from Emily Clark. Hollins just gets it over on the 3rd, and from the back row, Clark wins the point with the green and gold. Tied up 3-3 in the second set. This is where we were in the first set as well. And then a long 8-0 run for Lynchburg really put some distance between the Hornets and Hollins. Green, Salafu, Lynchburg back in front. Senior Corey May to the service line. One of 5 players honored before this match got underway. Jesse Walton, Emma Drake, Corey May, Flynn Christian, and Annie Tynes. Celebrating the class of 2022. Green sets on the far side, rolls shot. Abby Leeper converts, and that's what's dangerous about Leeper and what makes her one of the best outside hitters inside the ODAC. When she goes full swing, it's coming down at you hard. But because of that, she can build off your expectations. As you set up that middle block, just loft it with enough finesse and touch. Landed softly right in the hole of the defense. Soft serve from May to the 5. Hit coming from Sesker, denied by Salafu. 3-0 run for the Hornets, all coming with May at the service line. Diving in, keeping it alive for a moment was Leslie Walker. Point will still go to the Hornets, but junior from Bakersville, Virginia, showcasing a lot of effort on that play, coming and covering a lot of ground up from the 5 spot. May more direct on this serve. The set from Brooks. The hit comes from Sesker, but she's denied once again at the net, and Lynchburg up by 5, and tonight the middle block just as good as a lot of other components we've seen working for Lynchburg tonight. But when this Hornets team is playing well, that middle block is dense and tough to get through, and it becomes a huge factor in a contest, and that goes back to players like Nicole Bryce, Princess Salafu, Emma Drake, Abby Leeper, just to name a few. 6-0 run for Lynchburg comes to a close as Corey May sails the serve a touch too long. Hannah Crum back to the line for Hollins. Again, tied for 3rd in the ODAC in aces per set. Serve goes to May, set from Green, hit from Leeper. Just misses on the near sideline, right in front of the side official. Crum serves once again. Salafu taking the hit. And will garner the point for Lynchburg. Hornets doubling up Hollins in the second set, 10-5. Final game of the regular season for both these teams. Lynchburg can either be the 5 or the 6 seed when it comes to the postseason tournament. Hollins' season will come to a close after tonight's play ends. Lobero's Zoe Miranda takes the hit from the back line, but finds the net. So Flynn Christian to serve once more. Hard hit serve, goes past Miranda and then off the arms of Leslie Walker and out of play. Another ace for Flynn Christian, second team all-conference last year. Christian misses long on this attempt. Very patient there from Walker. That's got to be so unnerving as a volleyball player, having to make that split-second call. Is it in? Is it out? Walker got some help from her teammates calling it out. And they were all correct. Walker now checking out. Taking the serve is Kenna Escabel. Nice dig from Hollins. Escabel sends it over on the 3rd. Christian there to defend. Green just in front of the net with Leeper taking the hit and getting the kill. Hornets back in front by 7. Maya Green now takes the trip to the service line as Michaela Cox checks out and Emma Drake comes on in her place. Nice serve from Green. Dug up by Watts. The hit, trying to go cross court, is Deanna Key, but missing long. Sophomore came into tonight's play with 106 kills. Misfires on this attempt. So back to the line for Green. Misses over the head of Miranda. Selena Wolfe, senior from West Palm Beach, Florida, at the line for Hollins. Hard strike. May digs it up. The second from Drake, and Green gets it over on the third. Nice recovery sequence for Lynchburg. Christian for Green. Now Leeper gets the kill on that far sideline, just in front of Hannah Crum. And you can see Crum a little really stuck between a rock and a hard place, and ultimately found herself in no man's land. Drake goes on the far sideline, and Crum out of reach. Hornets out in front 15-7. Annie Tynes to serve. After initially being dug up by Escabel. Miscommunication. No one there to take the second hit for Hollins. Crum sets. Watts takes the hit. Plays it into the net. A 3-0 run for Lynchburg. Moves the Hornets ahead 17-7. Ace for Tynes came into tonight's play with 5. I believe that is her first on the evening. And instead, that's her third on the night. So I was, in many ways, very far off. Tynes gets another point for Lynchburg. Now 19-7. Serve goes to Escabel. Crum. Big swing from the back line coming. Or excuse me, that was Escabel. It was dug up by Key initially. Regardless, Lynchburg gets the point, moves ahead by 13. Tynes goes soft. Escabel is there. Crum for Key. Blocked at the net. This time it's May and Bryce creating the block in front of Key. Scraping by across the tape. Good serve from Tynes, who now digs up the response from Hollins. Green for May. There to defend is Escabel. Crum trying to play for Key. Tynes is there to defend. Drake takes the hit, tools the block. Lynchburg 3 points away from taking the second set. Shorter serve from Tynes. On the second, Crum plays it over. And that one finds the net. Could have been close to being a double. And at the same point as it was the third hit, could have been called for. A lot of different ways that play could have ended. But regardless, how you score it, Lynchburg ahead 23-7. Tynes again at the service line, and her time at the line comes to a close. Serve missing long across the end line. But it was a 9-0 run for Tynes as the server in Lynchburg. Moving ahead now 24-8. Salafu out, Rucker in. Bryce to serve. Set point. Lynchburg looking to move ahead 2-0. Sesker tries to come flying in with the left, but finds the net instead. Lynchburg makes it 2-0. We'll step aside and come back with the third set. Lynchburg looking for the sweep. Hollins looking to stay alive. All that and more coming to you on LHSN.
When you come to the University of Lynchburg to earn a master's degree in athletic training, you'll spend time in the classroom, but you'll also spend a lot of time in our top-notch facilities learning from athletic trainers and working closely with our student athletes. In the Graduate Cadaver Lab, you'll learn about the human body in the best way possible, by actually studying the human body. This will provide a foundation to make you a much better athletic trainer. In the Athletic Training Laboratory, you'll get hands-on experience, practicing your skills, applying concepts from the classroom, and working with faculty on research projects. It's also where our hydrotherapy facilities are. This space is also used by students for studying and practicing skills outside of class time. In the Sports Medicine Clinic in Turner Gymnasium, you'll work with student athletes from more than 20 NCAA Division III sports teams, helping get them back to practice and into the game as soon as possible. As an athletic training student, you're a big part of the success of our sports teams and the success of the local athletic teams. We see this relationship as a win-win situation. You learn, and that helps us win.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
Welcome back to Lynchburg, Virginia, site of our contest between the Hornets and Hollins University. Lynchburg leading 2-0, winning both of the first two sets 25-8. Hollins looking to keep their season alive just a little bit longer, and Lynchburg looking to make it a win in straight sets. A great way to end the season and a great way to celebrate their seniors who are being honored tonight, celebrating the class of 2022. It'll be Hollins with the opening serve. Back the line is Zoe Brooks. Brooks, the junior from Connecticut. We're waiting for the music to wind down here in Turner Gymnasium. But while I have a moment, I'll say thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. The second broadcast we've had on LHSN. Field hockey coming away with the win against Virginia Wesleyan. That play got underway at 5 o'clock. And now you're watching volleyball here on the Lynchburg Hornet Sports Network. TJ Wingard here with you. I appreciate you spending your Wednesday night here with me. Hollins gets the first point of the third set. Brooks serves once again, goes right to Drake, who will take the hit and sends an absolute missile in the direction of Escabel and ties it up 1-1. Talking about the ODAC standings once again. Currently, Lynchburg tied with Bridgewater, but the Hornets topped the Eagles back on the 13th of October in 4 sets. They own the tiebreaker. Ace for Michaela Cox, who continues to be really impressive at the line for Lynchburg tonight. So with a win, Lynchburg stands pat, the number 5 seed, and they will take on Eastern Mennonite. They lost to back on the 25th of September in 4 sets here in a tri-match played on Wayne Profit Court. Meanwhile, if Hollins were to overcome. 2-set deficit they find themselves in now and top off Lynchburg for the first time in the program's history. That would move Lynchburg down to the 6th seed, and they would take on Virginia Wesleyan. We're tied up 2-2 in the third set. First 2 sets were both 3-3 at one point, and then we saw Lynchburg go on long runs. It was Flynn Christian in the first set, if memory serves, and in the second set it was Kayla Cox. It's now 3-2 Lynchburg. Serve found the net. Corey May with the honor for the Hornets. She engineered a long run for the red and black as well tonight. Escabel takes the hit, gets the point for Hollins, and history repeating itself once again. All 3 sets, we've been tied up 3-3. Emily Clark at the line, serves to May. Green comes flying in, gives way to May, who takes the third. Brooks wanting Escabel. Dug up by Leaper, taking the third. Nicole Bryce moves Lynchburg ahead 4-3. And this has been the point in each of the prior 2 sets, as I've made a mention to, where Lynchburg's gone on some lengthy runs. It was a 6-0 run in the first set. And then in the second, it was actually also a 6-0 run. Kind of funny how that's all worked out to be so symmetrical. Won't be a 6-0 run here. Hollins gets the point, makes it 5-4. Bryce checks out. Annie Tynes now wearing the libero black jersey tonight. Crum was trying to serve it right to Cox in the 6th spot. But instead, hit the net. Gives the serve right back to Lynchburg. Or I beg your pardon, that was Cox in the 5 position. Ace for the Hornets regardless. Lynchburg ahead 7-4. Lefty, Green, misses long. Some service errors here in the third set. Keeping Hollins close. Only down by 2, looking for a run as Escabel heads back to the line. Had 18 aces coming into tonight's play. Escabel returns the favor, misses long on her serve, and Lynchburg and Hollins trading points back and forth. Abby Leaper is going to give way to Flynn Christian, not wearing the libero jersey tonight, as I mentioned, it's now with Annie Tynes. So Christian gets to don the red for the first time this evening, serves right to Aiden Watts. Second comes from Zoe Miranda. Hollins gets it over on the third. Rucker takes the third hit, the third hit for Lynchburg, I beg your pardon. Hornets try to reset. D gets the point for Hollins. Strong strike coming. The sophomore from Richmond, Virginia. As it deflect off the Lynchburg block in front of her. Again, Hollins only down by 2. We're going to keep their season alive. Selena Wolfe, though, serves directly into the net. Lynchburg still looking to break away like they did in the first 2 sets. Arden's been alternating between 2 and 3 for the Hornets. Crum sets up Watts. The hit is long. Tynes to serve, right at Watts. The second hit comes from Crum, now Key on the third. Green sets for Drake. Dug up really well by Crum. Miss hit from Key. Tynes to serve once again. Lynchburg ahead by 5. Sliding in, Green digs it up. The hit from Drake. Off the wrist of Crum. Now the Hornets creating some separation. Put together a 4-0 run. Tynes at the line. Again, serves right at Escobar. Now takes the hit, denied by Nicole Bryce all by herself. Drake flies in and most certainly stepped over the line. Wasn't a picture-perfect set from Green, so Drake had to try to extend herself a little too much. Lynchburg still ahead by 5 points. Zoe Brooks. Serve once again. A team best 213 assists entering tonight's play. Sesker. Nice tap on the third. Zoe Miranda digs it up. Sesker tries again, sent right towards Tyne. On the second, Green pushes it all the way to the back near side corner. Fantastic play from Green. The first time we've seen Lynchburg played over on the second hit, and it certainly caught not only myself but Hollins off guard. Hornets ahead by 6. Michaela Cox to serve once again. She's been very impressive. Went at the line tonight. This time miscalculates on the serve. Gives Hollins their 8th point of the third set. First 2 sets, if you missed either one, it was 25-8, then 25-8 once again. Lynchburg coming out as victors in those opening 2 sets of play. Whitney Hostler, first time calling her name tonight, took the serve for Hollins. Escobar plays it over on the third. Dug up by Cox. Green for May. Hollins there to defend. And on the second, Brooks just misses wide on the far sideline. (14-8) with Corey May now to serve for Lynchburg. Flynn Christian checks out. Abby Leeper comes on in her place. May will get the ace. Again, one of 5 seniors honored tonight. And I haven't really gotten to talk about the coaches for either side, but 2 relatively new faces to the ODAC. Coach Hannah Gibbons in her 2nd season at the helm for Lynchburg. And on the other side, Dave McGee was named the interim head coach in July of 2020, shortly after pandemic came through and Hollins did not play last season. And then was named the full-time head coach. Coach McGee's been at James River, or had been at James River since 2012. Also a head coach at Roanoke United Volleyball Club since 2010. Now, Hollins showing some fight. Most points they put up in a set tonight. Clark to serve once again. Would have been close on the end line. May chooses to play. Sesker nearly able to send it back. But instead misses wide of the far sideline. Nicole Bryce with the honors. Sends it to Miranda. Now it's Leeper. Dug up by the libero. Escobar finds the forearm of Corey May. Nice play. Leeper gets the point for the Hornets. Really nice sequence. Great hustle for Corey May. And a nice cross-court kill coming from the junior Abby Leeper. It's now 17-10. Bryce to Miranda again. Set up by Brooks. Sesker works that far sideline. It makes it 17-11. We'll have some subs. Sesker will check out. Anna Crum comes on and will serve. Brooks is out, and Deanna Key subs in. Crum right to May. Receiving error gives Hollins the 12th point, the third set. Knuckling serve again right at May. Rucker takes the third hit this time for Lynchburg. Over on the third from Wolfe. Another shot for Lynchburg. Missing long. Leeper gets the point right back for the Hornets, however. Leeper's been fantastic all season long, had a team best 193 kills entering tonight's play. Now up to 10 kills tonight, so she has surpassed the 200 mark with some cushion. And Leeper finishes this play as well. Lynchburg had 19-13. For those wondering on some of the stats, Leeper 10 kills, Drake with 6, Corey May with 5. 25 assists for Maya Green, 2 for Annie Tynes. Team best 9 digs for Tynes as well, 7 from Flynn Christian. Hollins misses long. Lynchburg 5 points away from bringing a close to the match and winning in straight sets. Green right to Escobar. Crum looking to set up Wolfe. But the senior from Florida misses strong. For our Hollins viewers, Taylor Sesker, team best 4 kills tonight. 5 assists for Zoe Brooks. And then 5 digs for Zoe Miranda, leads the way for the green and gold. Christian checks back in for Abby Leeper. And Christian, the senior, with an opportunity if she can put on a run for Lynchburg to bring a close to this match, and a very fitting end it would be, but broadcaster's jinx comes in at the exact wrong time. Hollins down by just 6. Drake taps the end line. Perfectly placed strike for the Newsome's Virginia native. Now we'll try it again. Another senior, Annie Tynes at the line. Crum forced to play it over in the second. Miranda can't handle the strike from May. It's now 23-15. Miranda charges in. Goes over on the first for Hollins. Tynes sets up Drake. Able to tool the block. Lynchburg now has it at match point. 24-15, looking for the win in straight sets with Tynes at the service line. Momentary pause as Maya Green finished tying her shoe. Tynes to Watts. Crum sets. Watts takes the third. Denied by Bryce and Drake, and that'll bring a close to this contest between Lynchburg and Hollins. Senior night ends the regular season in a very strong fashion for the Hornets, improving to 11-11 on the regular season, 7-4 in ODAC play, and most importantly, a win on senior night, just how the class of 2022 would have wanted. Meanwhile, Hollins falls to 4-18 on the year, 0-11 in conference play, and still winless all time against Lynchburg. Really strong showing for the Hornets, the exact way you want to end the regular season. Try to garner some momentum moving into the postseason, where Lynchburg will be the number 5 seed, and as it stands right now, will take on Eastern Mennonite. Meanwhile, for Hollins, season comes to a close tonight, but Dave McGee, first year as the full-time head coach, looking to put his fingerprint on this program and move Hollins up in the conference standings in years to come. But that's going to do it for us at Wayne Profit Court inside Turner Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. Shout out to our director, Nathaniel Pierce, and the rest of our awesome LHSN broadcast crew. My name's TJ Wingert, telling you one final time, Lynchburg wins in straight sets. And until next time, we are signing off.